Yeah, hi, Peter Marini. Thanks to the services of Fabian and the team, I was able to land a role that after 10, 15 years of managing APAC, I was able to move beyond just managing APAC and start managing other regions, and in this case, Latin America. So I've been able to expand my skill sets and also expand both the size of the organization that I'm working with, which has been awesome. And it did only take, I think it was just a little over 2 months. I think it was like 2 months and 1 week or something like that. But the more important thing to this one, I think, is that prior to working with you guys, it had been like 9 months with getting nowhere, from kind of getting constant rejections, not getting interviews, not getting first interviews, to getting people proactively reaching out, proactively connecting with me. That was the big difference and the line in the sand after working with you guys. Obviously, I'm not a young fellow, so the process that I had been following had been kind of the way I'd previously done it, which was, if there was a role, I'd apply, I'd talk to recruiters. Um, Once we kind of engaged, we obviously looked at my CV from a different point of view. We looked at my LinkedIn profile from a point of view of looking for a role as opposed to promoting the company, which was how I'd previously managed my LinkedIn profile. So it moved from promoting company to promoting me. Um, and then we looked at how do we do things from a proactive point of view, not just a reactive point of view. So who would be my target accounts? If I wanted to work for someone, who would they be? Sharing my views and insights on different themes to get my profile out there, get people reading my articles, things like that. And then tracking those, so looking at those accounts, reaching out to the relevant people, building relationships, offering my knowledge and sharing relationships and things like that. Again, this generated raised my profile and was then able to get me those proactive and people proactively reaching out to me, be them recruiters, be them organizations wanting to have a conversation about potential roles. In fact, just before Christmas, I had a recruiter reach out for another role. Um, the salary was higher than what I'm currently getting, but I'm happy where I am, and so I told him thank you, but I'm going to stay where I am at this point. So yes, I'm still getting people reach out for some of those roles, and it was a big pay difference that they were talking about. Though it was over 100 grand that this recruiter was talking about over what I currently got. So preliminary discussions, kind of over email and stuff like that. There was like, I don't know, 40 odd, 50 odd. Getting to an actual interview, I think at one point in time I had 7 simultaneous conversations going on with different organizations, and they would kind of rotate in and out. So some would drop off, someone would come back in, some would move to second interviews and then potentially drop off. But I would have, I think I counted at one point 7 organizations that I was in conversation with simultaneously. The other thing that I think is of value is that when I did accept this role, it was actually I had this role and another one that were racing to get me an offer. So the role that I accepted is the offer that came in first, but I was in the final stages and waiting on an offer from 2 companies over the space of 24 hours. And either of those could have gone, it could have been this one or it could have been the other one. This one just happened to come in first. So, and I'm very happy that it did, and I'm very happy about working for the organization that I'm now working for. The view that we've historically had is that there's lots of jobs out there, and as long as you're a great talent, you'll be able to land a job. And it's your CV was just about trying to make you look good from that point of view. With technology changes that lots of people can't keep up with, even if you're a good talent, sometimes you just get missed through the noise. Yeah. I remember talking to one organization, they received over 2,000 applicants for the one job. So working with you guys, it's helpful to be able to look at it from a different point of view. You keep up to date with what's going on in that space so that you can apply that information to get through the noise. That's one. The other part of it is that the whole process of looking for a job has changed. It may be just a time in the particular market or whatever, or it may be a permanent thing. But right now, it's not just about what you've done, it's about who you are from a branding point of view and being able to get out your message out there from writing articles, proactively reaching out to organizations, those things that historically I've never had to do. It was historically people would come to me or I'd apply for a role and I would get an interview and get the role. And so being able to change that mindset and think of it differently is hard to do if you don't have someone shining the light on that change and that requirement. And the fact that within the 2 months and 1 week or whatever it was, we were able to see that dramatic change of I wasn't getting anywhere. And then I started to get one-on-ones and people proactively reaching out and those 7 interviews, those 7 organizations that I was interviewing with at one time, and then down to getting the 2 offers within 24 hours. Um, those are the things that come with your being able to look at it from a different perspective and shine a light on the approach is different today than it used to be.